The first quarterfinal ties are set, and the first game up is Italy-Belgium. I mean, what a game! And we're here to battle it out with Danya making a case for
Belgium, obviously.
Oli.
I'm going to be arguing for Belgium.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
come on, keep it clean.
Box.
No shots below the waist.
Go, Danya. First argument, 30 seconds.
Okay, Belgium will lose to Italy because Italy is a more complete team and can exploit Belgium's weaknesses. Now, I mean, we know that Belgium are an attacking team. Martinez is an attacking coach. He doesn't like to play defensive football, which I'm fine with because it's nice. But Italy can actually exploit that. Now, we know Meunier, for example, he likes to get high, join into the attack. Hazard, Thorgan, I mean, is not the best defender, let's say. So Italy has on their flanks Spinazzola, who now everyone's kind of saying, wow, where has he been playing? And he can exploit that area. He can say, okay, make them think, you know, should I get forward or are they going to exploit me? So I think on the counterattack we saw against Portugal, Meunier was caught out of position. So Italy is going to look to get into those spaces and take advantage of the slow backline or slower backline.
Over to Oli. What do you say to that?
Okay, Italy might have a more complete team. You might be right on that front, but Belgium has got a team of winners. I mean, let's look from the back. We've got Thibaut Courtois, who's won, I think, league titles with 4 different clubs. We've got, obviously, Kevin De Bruyne, who's won 3 Premier League titles. We've got Lukaku, who's just won the league with Inter in Italy, of course. Like, this is a team that knows how to win, and it's been there before at major tournaments too. You know, a lot of the members of this Italian squad haven't played at the Euros before. Belgium have been there. They've gotten a long way before. You know, semi-final of the World Cup last time out, only lost to the eventual world champions France. This is a team that has winners and has big tournament experience, and that actually, for me, is more important than actually having a better team.
Danya, any comments on this?
Yeah, definitely.
Let's hear it.
So, first question is, what has Belgium's golden generation actually won? Oh, I didn't hear anything.
This is the time. This is the time. And they know that this is the time they have to do it because time is running out for some of these guys, you know, especially with like injury problems that some of them have had. They need to win it now. They've got this mentality now. They've got this ambition in their heads that we better do it sooner rather than later because later might never come.
Well, so actually we've heard a couple of arguments. My preliminary here and opinion is that you convinced me a little bit more here, Danya. You will still get a chance, Oli.
It's because he likes Italy.
Well, actually, I have just one question to you guys. Did Belgium really play its best game against Portugal? I have a feeling they maybe, you know, they have to perform now, but do they perform? Oli, what would you say?
Yeah, I mean, okay, so Belgium haven't been playing necessarily their best football at this tournament. I think we'd all agree with that, apart from that opening game against Russia. But look, being in international tournaments is about staying alive. It's about staying in the tournament, right? Now, Belgium came through a tie against a very difficult team in Portugal, lots of talent in that team. It doesn't matter how you get past them. You just have to get past them. And against Denmark as well in the group stage, right? They were in a really difficult situation there. Obviously, Denmark, really passionate, playing really well in that first half in particular. What happened? Kevin De Bruyne came in and changed the game completely. Didn't do it all on his own, of course. That is a good team that Belgium have. But they've come through difficult situations already to stay alive and get to this stage. And that is something that you really need at big tournaments. Don't forget, France at the World Cup last time. Not very impressive, actually, for large parts of the tournament. But they stayed alive, they kept going, they got through. And that is what matters.
Speaking about not being very impressive, Danya, what would you say in defense of Italy's second half against Austria? Which to me it looked as if they had completely lost their game plan and Austria was actually the stronger side. And Austria, what have they ever won internationally? I can't hear anything. So what do you say to that?
Okay, so what I have to say is, in a tournament, you need to know how to suffer. Okay, I was trying to think of how you translate that into English from Italian, by the way. So, but yeah, you need to know how to suffer and you need to know how to grind out the result. It can't always be easy. Now, Italy, everyone was criticizing that they had, you know, they didn't play against top quality opponents. But in football, like Oli just said, you have to know how to grind it out and play against an opponent that's tough. Now, Austria, we knew that they were going to kind of sit a little bit back and make it difficult for Italy. Now, Belgium, I mean, even Belgium got put on the back foot against Portugal, so that's something that they weren't really used to doing either. But it's good. I mean, 2006 World Cup, Italy played that game against Australia, and everyone was like, oh my goodness, this is what we're doing? So it's good that they got that out of the way because they came out of the group stage maybe everyone was favoring them a little bit. And so it was really the first time that they were like, they have to win. But now I don't think that they're the favored side. So that's something a little bit taken off. And now let's talk about defense here. Lukaku, where does he play? Italy. Where is tactically the best league for defenders? Italy. Who's he playing against in the middle? Chiellini, who will probably be back, and Bonucci. So those are two very experienced defenders. Now they know that Lukaku's strength is when he gets the ball, he holds it up. Do not let him get that half of a turn. Don't let him run at you 1v1 because he is faster. But if you have that experience, you know not to get yourself into those positions where he's going to be running at you. And I think actually Portugal did a pretty good job of keeping him quiet. So I think that Chiellini and Bonucci can handle that.
Fight that now, Oli. This is your chance.
I'm so glad that you've brought this up, Danya, because this is exactly what I wanted to talk about. So you mentioned Chiellini and you mentioned Bonucci. Those guys have a combined age of 70, right? 70. They'll be coming out onto the pitch with walking sticks, right? Against Lukaku, who is the biggest physical specimen, and a clever one at that, in football, in the centre-forward position. On the subject of Lukaku, let's talk a little bit about Ciro Immobile as well, right? Ciro Immobile is 31 years old and has 15 international goals to his name. Lukaku, 28 years old, 63 international goals to his name. If we want to talk about goal-scoring pedigree, if we want to talk about the most important thing at a major tournament, is getting the ball in the net, Lukaku is the man to do it. He's the one who's done it before. He's the one who's done it time and time and time again. Immobile has never done it at a big tournament before and hasn't done it that much, generally speaking. So, if it comes down to this, I'm sorry, but Lukaku is going to boss those two.
I have a question for Oli. Weren't you the one who made the piece that was defense wins championships? I think you made the argument that defense wins championships.
Well, Belgium have only conceded 1 goal at the tournament so
play.
far.
I must actually interfere. That's unfair play. We're not talking about the past,
Sorry,
we're
foul,
talking about the future. And I want to know right here from you who's going to be the man of the match. 2 sentences.
Man of the match, one of 2 people. Or Spinazzola or Chiesa. Because Spinazzola can hurt you and exploit the weakness, let's say, because Belgium is a good side, let's get serious, getting in behind. And I think he's really going to make Meunier and, you know, the outside backs are going to make Meunier and Hazard think, should I get forward or should I not get forward? And if they do get forward, they'll be able to make them pay, especially if Verratti can get that ball into that space.
2 sentences over. Oli, man of the match?
Look, I think Chiesa is a good player, and he's going to be one of the guys that means that Italy, at some point, their time will come. But it's not yet. And in this game, if Kevin De Bruyne is fit, he is going to be the man of the match, as he's been, for me, the man of the tournament so far. If he's not fit, then it's going to be that man, Lukaku. He is going to do it on the biggest stage and prove to everyone, once and for all, that he is a top-class striker.
Conclusion time. We heard a couple of really strong arguments from both sides. I have a feeling, actually, and I'm not biased as always, that actually you convinced me a little bit more here, actually. Although, obviously, we did see an Italy struggling in the second half against Austria. Let us know what do you think in the comments below. Italy or Belgium? What do you think? Who will win this? And stay with us. There's going to be more talk about the upcoming quarterfinal matches on this very channel.